Good morning. You know, I'm a lot more awake than I thought I would be. I didn't struggle as much to get up as I thought I would, because yesterday around 5 I had a huge cup of iced coffee, and usually when I have iced coffee that late I have trouble falling asleep, which I did. But for some reason, I don't know, for some reason I'm not that tired. I didn't struggle as much to get up. I don't know. They might think I'm lying when they see me yawning, but yeah, good morning and welcome to a new weekly vlog. Once in a while, we are all bound to have a day that is not the best, be it being sick, stuck in a slump, or just having a horrible day. One way or another, something will come our way. And that's okay. When I have days like that, I like to do things that bring me joy, no matter how small. For instance, making water kefir, spending time in our hammock. I find that it's true when people say it's the little things in life that matter. The little things we do to make ourselves feel better. We can't expect ourselves to always have good days. After all, life isn't perfect. For this peppermint face mist, you are just going to take any jar, any small, medium-sized jar, and fill it halfway with peppermint leaves. I also added pieces of horsetail. It's supposed to be very beneficial for your skin. Add your boiling water and then let sit covered overnight. The next morning I strained it and also squeezed out the extra liquid from the leaves, bottle it, label it, and you're good to go. If you're like me and you don't have enough bottles, put the rest in a different container and freeze. I have used this countless times after hot days in the garden, and it is just the best thing and is so refreshing. Amaris keeps bringing me snacks. Oh my goodness. What is this? It's a Danish. Well, this is a cherry Danish. We want to make it for the weekly Thursday dessert, and she's been trying recipes to figure out which one would be best. Det är gøystfriga. I'll be honest, I like the one you brought yesterday a lot better because it's flakier. It's very good and tasty, but the one from yesterday is a lot flakier. It's my mom's day in the kindergarten again, and I'm gonna go bring the rest of the Danishes to her. Two is a lot for me. Well, we call it Klanaschule, which is kindergarten. It's basically daycare. And somebody was asking me how we go about it. So at 8:30, the lady who is there for that day rings the bell. The kids all come. They give them breakfast. Yes, we feed them breakfast there. Then they sing songs, they pray, and then they basically go play. If it's a beautiful day outside, we have maybe you saw in the last video, we have a huge play structure or a monkey bar. We call it a monkey bar. They can play all morning on that thing, or if it's raining, then we do have activities inside like drawing, coloring. We have a bunch of toys in there, Play-Doh, puzzling, reading books, everything you can imagine is there. At 11, we feed them lunch. After that, they let them play a little bit more, then they put them down for a nap until 3. But they don't usually fall asleep right away. Sometimes it takes a bit for them to fall asleep. And after that, they have a snack. At 3, they get up, they have a snack, play a little bit until 4, and then at 4, they go home. And that is basically a day in the kindergarten. Nobody's here. Seems like she has gone on a walk with him. That is something that they also do. So this is where you enter. Coats. Those slippers for kids. This is just a storage. A small washroom for kids. He has a small toilet and a small cabinet. And then there's another one that is for adults. And it also has a tub. Sometimes when a couple gets married, there's no house available. They usually move into the husband's parents' place and then live with the parents for a while. But sometimes if the parents also don't have room, then they move into the kindergarten, which is why there is a tub here. See, everything is tiny. Tiny flush, tiny sink. And then here is where they sleep. Stuff that's, yeah. One bed for each child. Oh, it's currently 10:20. You come back out, you go into the front room. There is the kitchen area, the table, kind of a living area space, I guess, and then this is where they play. But when they play, they take up this whole area. They have these chairs. They have a slide, toys are all over there, a kitchen, these things, chairs, and they spend a lot of time with these teddy bears and these cushions. Oh, these used to be mine. But she's out there. Look. Into the deep, dark woods. I'm kidding. This whole bed here, oh my goodness, is sarsaparilla, which is what they use to make root beer. If I would want to make root beer, I could. We have so many herbs. Whenever I see one, I just pick them, then I dry them and store them. Make sure to properly store them, and then later on I will start making my tinctures, my cream, anything that I want to make with them. When you're on a walk and you see a random one, you're like, okay, so this one is for this and this and that, and what can I make with it? And then you see another one, and it's just too much. So it's easier if you pick them, dry them, and then use them later on to create your stuff. So whenever I make recipes, I will make sure to include them into the vlogs. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing right now. I'm focusing on picking them and drying them, and they don't lose their nutritional value or any of their value if you dry them. We have two types of horsetail around here. This one that reminds me of a feather can be used internally and externally, and then we also have this one which kind of looks like bamboo, and this can only be used externally. You shouldn't use this internally. They're both very different. When we pick horsetail for our community, we never pick this one because we only pick for tea, and this one can't be used in tea. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this one, but it's supposed to be very beneficial as well. For those of you that are new and that don't know, we take turns baking and cooking for a week, and whoever bakes that specific week has to make a weekly Thursday dessert. So every week on Thursday we have a dessert, and my partner and I are baking this week, and we are making apricot danishes, but I am now trying to find one that is gluten-free, because we have people that are gluten intolerant, that have celiac disease, that can't have the regular Danish. So this is what I'm going to be doing this morning. I've been wanting to try gluten-free danishes for a while, so this is a perfect excuse for me. There is my Danish batter. It is a little yellow. It might be the flour that I used. I used a fava bean flour mix. There it is after 1 hour. It did rise actually quite a bit. I had to switch bowls. I'm not impressed. I'm not really impressed. They're a little burnt. Oh, I feel so bad. I feel horrible. Other than them being burnt, I think it's a fairly decent recipe, although I would not use the fava bean flour mix because I honestly don't like the taste that it gave the Danish. So I'll be making them again, but I will definitely be using my regular gluten-free flour blend that I use for almost everything. I just don't like the taste of the fava bean flour. Okay. I don't. Texture is everything. No. It is currently 1:11, and I'm doing something that I did not expect to be doing today. Whoa. So we are now done. We made the danishes today and then we put them into the freezer until tomorrow. So tomorrow at 6 we just have to put in the filling, then they rise for 2 hours and then we bake them, which is why we made them now, because they have to rise for 2 hours and shaping them when we get there at 6 would be a little late. Mintjes się warm recht te boven.
Is sad.
What?
How's my company?
You.
Use a shower.
It is now 12. It is now 12:40, and after I came home from baking today, I relaxed a bit, and then I cleaned both washrooms and tidied up the kitchen a bit. I also have to mow the lawn. I could get one of my brothers to do it, but no, I like cutting grass. I'm gonna do that. Actually, you know what? You can probably hear it right now. Our air conditioner is so loud. Sometimes it feels like we have a combine or a truck going in our house. So if that is what you hear when I'm in our house and I talk, please excuse me. I just noticed it and it's horrid. I don't like it. Our house is the oldest house on the colony, so it needs help. And yeah, so for now we have air conditioners going, we have fans going, and everything is just so loud, so please excuse that. Almost forgot, all my drone footage is taken by my brother Timothy. He takes all my drone footage. It's currently Friday and I thought I would end the weekly vlog here. I feel a little bit blah and unmotivated, so I thought I would take Friday to rest and relax for next week's vlog. I hope that is okay with you. Thank you so much for sticking around, for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it, and I know that I couldn't have done it without you. So thank you. And I'll see you next week.